Physical media man, physical media man, physical media man. What'd you buy? Was it something good?
What's up, guys? Physical Media Man back here again for another Physical Media Man Monday video. I got my top 10 favorite movies / best movies, my personal ranking of sorts. I might have left off some things that probably should be in there, but these were just the ones that I was able to find and can't come to mind. Definitely ones I wanted to have in there, so if you have any thoughts on things I left out or whatever, but this is just my personal list, so yeah. Anyways, before I get started, let me make sure to like, subscribe, comment, leave feedback, do all that good stuff down below. I'll leave the links to my Instagram page, my Physical Media Man store Instagram page, my Facebook page for the Physical Media Man / Physical Media Man store, my Facebook page for non-media related items, the Hodgepodge Garage, my email, my eBay, my Twitter, my Letterboxd account, and my Film Aficionado account. Oh, no longer no Film Aficionado. So anyways, I'm going to start off with some honorable mentions. First up, we got Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Watched this a ton growing up. Such a classic, great movie. Great character. Harrison Ford does a great job playing him. And this is just a classic, great movie. Next up, this was my original VHS tape of Top Gun. Watched this so much growing up. But I didn't think it was worthy of making the top 10. But I love this movie. Tom Cruise does a great job playing Maverick. And yeah, great movie. Next up is a John Hughes classic, The Breakfast Club. I can watch this movie over and over again. It's so good. All the characters are good, and all John Hughes movies are really good. So there is one on the list, but this one was on the borderline of making the top 10, but just didn't quite crack it. Next up is another director that I really like. This is the Coen brothers. Well, looks like Joel was the one that directed it, but they both wrote it. We got Jeff Bridges in The Big Lebowski. Just a really fun movie. Jeff Bridges does a great job of playing the character. A lot of quotable lines, and just a real fun movie. Next one, I had trouble not making the list. We got Bruce Willis in Die Hard. This one never gets old. It's enjoyable any time of the year, especially around Christmas time, just because it takes place during that time, even though well, I would consider it a Christmas movie, but some people don't. And John McClane's just a great character. Bruce Willis does a great job playing him. And this original one, it's just so well done. And the supporting characters are really good too. So, very good film, but it's an honorable mention. And lastly, for honorable mentions, we got Jaws. I would also throw in The Godfather. I kind of wanted to put it in this list, but this is almost more of a most rewatchable films for me. Those movies are rewatchable, but these ones I could just watch every day. And even these honorable mentions, I guess I could too. But we got Jaws, classic. Just watched this not too long ago. Just a really good, suspenseful, well-acted, well-told film. Alright, so coming in at 10, we got Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction. Had to have a Tarantino movie on here. This one I've watched a lot. The characters together do a great job. Uma Thurman, Bruce Willis, Samuel L. Jackson, and John Travolta. It's just a really good film. The dialogue's great. The music's great. A lot of these you'll notice, I think the music is so important to each of these films that it just makes them fantastic. And the dialogue is basically perfect. There are no lines that don't seem needed for the film, and they all have a purpose. So this is just a really good film. Coming in at number 9, we got The Departed, Best Picture winner, directed by Martin Scorsese. Great cast: Leonardo DiCaprio, Matt Damon, Jack Nicholson, and Mark Wahlberg. I want to rewatch this. I haven't watched it in a while. It's just a really good mobster type film, and it's just fantastic. So yeah, great movie. Coming in at number 8 is Rocky, with Sylvester Stallone, who of course wrote it. Just a great sports movie, also great music, and yeah, the story's great, the character's great. I mean, they made multiple movies of these. That's another thing you'll notice with this list. There's a lot of movies that had sequels and that sort of thing. Yeah, but Rocky Balboa is just a great movie character. So I had to have this on the list, and it's very inspiring. And like I said, you could watch these movies every day and not get tired of them. At least I could, especially this list. So yeah, great movie. Next up, I had to have a Batman movie in, so we got The Dark Knight. I couldn't find the individual, or I didn't really look, but this is the box set. But it's for The Dark Knight. Again, perfect dialogue, no wasted scenes, very entertaining. The opening alone is amazing. So, had to have this in the top 10. In my opinion, the greatest superhero movie ever made. I really like Batman the original as well, with Michael Keaton. Even Batman Begins and The Dark Knight Rises are really good. So, yeah, Christopher Nolan did a great job directing these. And of course, Heath Ledger is great as the Joker. Excuse me. Next up, had to have a Western. In my opinion, probably the greatest Western of all time. Clint Eastwood in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Such a great movie. Again, amazing soundtrack, score, whatever you want to call it. It goes so well with the movie. Lee Van Cleef does a great job in it as well. This is the box set thing with the little postcards, but such a good film. So happy to have it in the collection. Definitely a top 10 movie in my opinion. I might have to pick up, I think Kino's re-releasing these on Blu-ray. So anyways, Clint Eastwood does a great job playing this character, and it's just a great Western. I mean, perfect movie. Next up, we got my original VHS tape of Back to the Future, directed by Robert Zemeckis, starring Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd. Such a good time travel movie. I watched this so much growing up. The DeLorean, one of the coolest cars, movie cars there is. And Marty McFly is just a cool character, and Michael J. Fox was just awesome back during this time. So yeah, had to make the list. Next up might kind of be a surprise. I haven't watched this in a while, but we got another Martin Scorsese. Had to have a Robert De Niro film on the list. One of my favorite actors. I think he's usually always good, except for some of his early stuff's pretty questionable. Some of his later stuff has been kind of questionable, but there during a time period, everything he made was just amazing. But this is kind of a mobster type movie too. This isn't Goodfellas. This is Casino. I think he just does a great job playing the character, and I just prefer it over Goodfellas. It's been a while since I've watched it. And I'm not like a big casino goer or anything like that, so I don't know. I just really enjoyed this one, and had to make my list, and I could rewatch this quite a bit, and it is 3 hours long, but just a great film. Another one, Scorsese usually always does great with his soundtracks too. So like I said, all these have great soundtracks, and this is no different. next up probably has one of the best soundtracks, or at least like not specifically for the movie, not the score, not that type of thing, but the music used in it is almost like another character. We got Dazed and Confused, a Richard Linklater film. I watched this a lot growing up. Not growing up, but around junior high and on, I watched it a ton. Just the time period's awesome. The cars are awesome. Just a great, enjoyable film that I've watched a lot. I really want to upgrade to the Criterion version. I'd probably hang on to this Blu-ray DVD too, just because it's got the cool old artwork. But yeah, I watched this movie a lot growing up. I keep saying that, but yeah, just a fun movie. Kind of a coming of age type story, but the music's awesome. Just the time period's cool. Everything's great about it. All right, the last two, probably no question for me, my two favorite films, and two I think are the greatest films ever. Number two, we got Jurassic Park, Steven Spielberg film. I've read the book, and it's probably even better. There are some things that are quite a bit different, and it's more darker, but just the imagination it provokes, and I don't know if I said that right, but the characters are great, especially John Hammond, and so Richard Attenborough and Jeff Goldblum do a great job playing their respective characters. Samuel L. Jackson's really good in it. Sam Neill's good in it. The guy from Seinfeld, Wayne Knight. Yeah. All those characters do a great job, or all those actors do a great job playing those characters. The dinosaurs are very realistic, especially for the time period. It looks so much, the animatronics look so much better than if they would have used CGI or anything like that. I watched this movie a ton growing up. I had a copied VHS tape, so I had to pick this up at some point, I think in the last year or two. But I could watch this movie every day. And Hawaii does a great job as Isla Nuba or whatever. Such a good movie. And lastly, we got Home Alone. So I had to have a John Hughes movie on it, even though it's directed by Chris Columbus. Again, another one with a great soundtrack and score with John Williams. Of course, Macaulay Culkin does a great job. Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern are hilarious in it. John Hurt and Catherine O'Hara do a great job as well. The house is awesome as a character, basically. And it's just a great film. I could watch this during non-Christmas time all the time as well. So I just love this movie. I don't know what it is about it. It's just so good. But yeah, that's my top 10. Comment down below and let me know your thoughts. I'm sure some people will disagree or have other things that they would like, but that just for me are movies I could watch every day of the year and not get tired of them. I know there's some that I didn't put on there that are not as a good a film, but very enjoyable, like Three Ninjas for me and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie, the original. Those I would never get tired of, I feel like, and there's some other things like that, but wanted to do something different for you guys. Hope you enjoyed this. If you have any thoughts, ideas, I just want to do something different than my usual unboxing, so let me know what you think down below. Hope you guys enjoyed this. This is Physical Media Man signing off. Physical Media will never die.
Physical Media Man. Physical Media Man. Physical Media Man.